Welcome back to Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. It's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Patty McRae with the Quad City Animal Welfare Center is joining us this morning. First of all, let's talk about who you brought with us today. Tell us a little bit about JB Jr.
JB Jr. So, he is just a sweet cat. He's about 2 years old. How he got his name?
I was going to ask you that, what JB stands for.
Yes. So, JB was one of our long-term shelter cats. And this has probably been, boy, maybe 10 years ago. And we have some of our staff and our volunteers that have been with us that long. And when we got him, I said, look at him. He looks like a little JB Jr. So with this, JB had a real fluffy tail. And it was so funny because JB would be like running around playing and stuff, and his little tail would just like flick up in the air. And when we saw this kitty, his little tail was flicking up in the air, and I'm like, it's a JB Jr. So that's how he got his name. Obviously, if someone wants to adopt him, they don't have to keep that name, but that's just kind of what we did.
It's a sweet backstory.
Yeah. I just thought he looks like JB.
He does.
And he's a good boy. He's so sweet.
He does seem like a very good boy. And he's 2 years old, right?
He is, yes. So he's an adult. He is full grown. Unfortunately, we don't know much about him. He walked up to one of our doors at the shelter. So he was just outside, and I opened the door, and he walked in the building. So I don't really know a whole lot about him. We think maybe someone just left him in our parking lot, which, you know, that's okay. They brought him to the right place, and he made his way up to the door, and he came inside. So just his personality, I would think maybe he would be okay with other cats slowly.
Right.
Yeah, very slow.
So, I mean, he's still a young cat. He's 2 years old, but he's out of that kitten stage. So
he is.
Where would he, you know, thrive in a home?
So I think other cats would be okay, possibly with dogs slowly introduced. I think he'd be fine with kids. But, you know, he's an active cat. He'd want to have toys and scratching posts, and he'd want to be with people. He's very affectionate, so I can see him wanting to just really play and maybe sit on your lap and watch TV.
He is very affectionate. And today we did see that story about a cat and their owner reunited after 11 years, you know, all due to a microchip. So can you tell us a little bit about the importance of microchipping your pet?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It is just peace of mind. He is microchipped, by the way. All of our pets are microchipped at the shelter. It's so easy. It's just like an injection into their shoulder blade. And then if they do get picked up as a stray, it's just a microchip or a scanner that goes over his back, and it picks up that microchip. And then it can get them reunited so much faster.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And then also, finally, there's a pet photo calendar contest. Is this right? Could you tell us a little bit about it? I know you gave me the one from last year.
Yeah, that's the one from last year, and it is so cute. So it starts on Friday, this Friday at 10 o'clock. You go on to our website. So basically, the first portion of it is where you submit your pet. And then we'll give you some time to do that. And then after that, then the voting starts. So whoever gets the most votes gets the cover, and then the next 12 get in a month. Yeah, Sophie was our girl from last year.
Cute.
And then 11 or 12 of the other ones are for each month. But it's just a lot of fun, and you know, just it's a fundraiser for us, and it's just so cute. Imagine seeing your pet in a calendar.
Absolutely, and it's a little bit of bragging rights too, right?
Yes, of course.
I love that. That's so wonderful. All right, Patty, well, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you would like to adopt JV, visit the Quad City Welfare Animal Center's Adoption Center. They're open Mondays and Wednesdays through Saturdays at noon to 5. And you can also visit their Facebook page or their website.